Good day and welcome back to another Path of Exile video. Today's video is going to be very short and simple. I'm just going to be explaining something that won't 100% be matching background footage, but it's kind of relevant. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best way to be farming the League mechanic at the moment for A, Life Force, and B, most importantly, making currency, which is something everyone wants to do. Now, farming Life Force isn't super important this way, because when you're mapping, you're still getting enough life force out of stuff for your higher crafts. I'm not sure how much life force tier 4, which is the maximum, will be requiring. At the moment, from what I understand, a full set of tier 2 seeds takes about 80 to 120 life force, which is only a third of one storage tank. And if you're following the guide I did for the setup of your grove, you have 3 by 3 squares of storage tanks, that's 9. So you don't really need to worry about life force, but if you do want to farm it, and you do need to farm it, this is the fastest way to do it. That is what I was doing in this video. I decided to just farm it up as fast as I could, just so I can have excess if I need it. So, in terms of making currency in this area, what you want to do is you want to be crafting cluster jewels. And there's certain cluster jewels, the Chaos ones and the minion ones are really good. Only thing is you need quite a bit of currency to get started, because those bases, just the base alone, and it has to be item level 75 so that you can get the 2 jewel sockets, they cost minimum 100 chaos. And if you don't want to make currency, if you just want to roll specific jewels for your build, this is also a good way to do it. So for the PoE veterans out there, you're all going to be familiar with farming places like the Harbour Bridge and the Quarry. What is special about these areas is that every time you enter the area, the League mechanic will always be in the direct vicinity of your waypoint. The Quarry is sort of like in a square. You have a small inner square and then bigger outer ones. So when you enter the Quarry, you just run around that small inner square, and you'll find the seed sacks, whatever you want to call them, within, if you have a fast movement speed character, like 20 seconds at most. My character's not super fast, and it takes me usually about 30 seconds or so to find the seeds. Now, when you're running this, something important to note is that since you're in a low area, you want to be removing all your higher level seeds, because now every seed has a level from the area it drops in. And if you're in an area too far under level or too far over level, the seeds will not grow. The maximum level for seeds growing and crafting items with seeds is 10 levels above and below. So if you're in a level 75 area, the lowest tier of seed that will grow is 65, and the highest is 85, although I'm pretty sure they won't be 85. And the same goes for crafting an item. If you have a level 75 craft, you can't use it on a level 40 item or 30 item or whatever. It has to be within 10 levels above or below. So another thing that you're going to want to do then is with those seeds, put them in your regular stash. Do not put them in the seed cache stash thingy, because if you do, when you click the automatically plant seeds, it doesn't just take the seeds in your inventory, it also takes the seeds from your stash. So I took all my higher tier seeds that would not grow, and I put them in the normal stash, so that way they don't take up space. And what you want to do then is you get your item, you get your cluster jewel. Ideally, you can use this on other items, but if you're wanting to make currency, cluster jewels are the way to go. And you put them in there, and you want to look for mostly elemental crafts. And the purpose of this is to target specific keystones that are more sought after and rarer. If you can get a really good keystone plus 2 jewel sockets, then you're in the money. And if you've got medium ones, then also you're only going to get 1 jewel socket, and try and get 3 really good elemental ones. You can check the PoE trade sites to find out which ones are the most expensive and which ones are the most sought after, and that's what you want to be aiming for. I had a couple of guys in guild that were doing it earlier today, and from what I know, they were making a lot of basically printing currency from doing this. So if you have currency to get started on this, this is a way to get rich very, very easily, very early in the league. If you are watching this when this is being made, I do suggest making use of this while you can, because the League mechanic, or usually things like this, farming Harbour Bridge and the Quarry, get nerfed slash fixed very early on. Normally the first major patch of the league, the one that removes most of the bugs, also removes stuff like this. What I think they can do to fix this is nerf seed drops in lower level areas, or remove seeds from certain areas entirely, which I doubt they will do. The whole purpose of a league mechanic is that it is everywhere. Or the most obvious way is to have it so that the seeds don't spawn close to the waypoint every time. You know, have them spawn further away. And in that way they can actually balance it out and stop people from doing this. But who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and this will stay in the game for the whole league. And that is basically everything you need to know. For those of you who don't know how to make new instances of an area, when you're in the waypoint you just control click on the zone, open up a new instance. When you're doing this, you'll see there'll be a huge scroll bar and you'll have tons of instances open, because it's so easy to do it very quickly and move on. And that's about it for this video. I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who watched my previous video, liked it, and subscribed and enjoyed it. It made me really happy to see that there were so many grateful and appreciative comments and a lot of views. In fact, as I'm making this, it has 2,500 views, which is like way more than my second most viewed video, which is also a PoE video, and that only has about 600 views. So again, huge thank you to all of you. I hope you're enjoying this content that I'm making. If you are, let me know. I'm happy to make more if I can think of more stuff. If there's certain things you want me to make a video on, feel free to let me know and I'll do it if I can. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.